So right now I'm on the CDC website for chronic disease. Now, if you're not familiar with the types of diseases that go on in our country, the main reason why we use doctors and hospitals is for chronic diseases. Now, these diseases include type 2 diabetes, obesity, heart disease, cancers, etc., right? All the diseases that we're really familiar with. But the truth is that the majority of these diseases don't even have to exist. They actually stem from our lifestyle and what we do. And don't just take my word for it. Look at the CDC website. Health and economic costs of chronic diseases. 90% of the nation's $4.1 trillion in annual healthcare expenditures are for people with chronic and mental health conditions. Chronic diseases have significant health and economic costs in the United States. Interventions to prevent and manage these diseases have significant health and economic benefits, right? So 90% of our healthcare costs are due to chronic, preventable diseases. So let's scroll down. Heart disease and stroke are one of these chronic diseases. Now, I'm going to tell you the majority of heart disease can be prevented. High blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes doesn't even have to exist. And you may say I'm crazy, but let me show you another source. The WHO, the World Health Organization, says the good news, however, is that 80% of premature heart attacks and strokes are preventable. The American Heart Association also says this number. Healthy diet, regular physical activity, and not using tobacco products are the keys to prevention. So what are we doing, right? We're paying for all these services, yet we're not even addressing the underlying cause and that it never even has to exist in the first place. So let's go to another type of disease that most of our health expenditures are spent on, and that is type 2 diabetes. And so let's look at the Harvard website and what they say. The good news is that prediabetes and type 2 diabetes are largely preventable. About 9 in 10 cases in the United States can be avoided by making lifestyle changes. So again, more proof that most of these diseases do not even have to exist. And so just to follow up with one more type of disease that most of us would think is inevitable, cancer, well, you'd be shocked to learn that a large proportion of cancer is actually preventable with healthy behaviors. And so I'm on the CDC website again. Being overweight or having obesity are linked with a higher risk of getting 13 types of cancers. These cancers make up 40% of all cancers diagnosed in the United States each year. So essentially understanding that obesity is by far and wide preventable, and so we could prevent about 40% of cancer by living healthy and living at a healthy weight.